All right, what's going on, guys? It's Luke here. This is how we made $0 today trading NQ. We took two re-entries on this trade. It actually ended up playing out like to an extent, but I wanted this lower target right here. I'll get into this, but before we get into this, Alpha Futures code LukeX for the best discount available, and Discord link is in the pinned comment as well if you guys want to join. We did this live trading today, but unfortunately we didn't catch the win, but we did catch a break even. So pretty good management because it would have actually just stopped us out just now. So coming into the day, I talked about how I wanted to see potential manipulation. Oh, and I'll show you guys the executions first. There you can see the executions, both break-even trades. So I wanted to see price come into this 4-hour, 1-hour gap right here, this bearish gap, as you can see right here. I wanted to see potentially if we could trade into that or we could get a reversal down off of it. We did have draws lower. I didn't expect us to come down to London and all this stuff really, but I just wanted to catch shorts potentially off this gap to see if we could catch like a rebalance. And that's what we ended up going for after. So market opens up. We initially just rip up and we end up taking out Asia high. And then from there, we end up getting a nice pullback into this 5-minute bullish gap right here. And I personally just faded this one just because we had this extended push to the upside. I wanted to see price maybe manipulate a little bit lower just to kind of give me, I don't know. I just find like sometimes when I enter off that, we sometimes will get manipulated down lower, but we did have the draw above at this 1-hour first presented gap right here. And it was also these 15-minute highs. So you could have targeted there. It is what it is. I faded that. Price tapped into the 5-minute. We got this 2-minute inversion right here, which you could have entered on right here. You could have ran your stop here and then targeted that 1-hour CE or those 15-minute highs, and you would have hit TP in like a minute. We talked about this in the Discord. I said it was a decent setup, but I just personally was going to fade it. But it is what it is. A decent setup though. Again, I just wish price would have gave me a little bit more of a pullback. But yeah, it's fine. Momentum was strong, so it does make sense why it played out looking in hindsight. So from there, price taps into this 1-hour first presented gap. And again, we're still trading within this 4-hour technically still. So we end up chopping and chopping around for a while. We end up chopping, coming down, then we build up all this low resistance trend line kind of liquidity right here. So I'm expecting price to kind of flush through this and then come down to this 15-minute unfilled because at 10 a.m. we formed this 15-minute gap down here. So for my idea was I wanted to see if I could catch a short into this 15-minute gap, and then if price taps into this 15-minute gap, that'd be where I'd probably want to continue from. So that's what I was looking for. I was looking to catch the short to rebalance the leg down. So we pretty much just waited and waited and waited, and we ended up getting this bearish S&T off the highs. As you can see, NQ put in a higher high. ES puts in a lower high. From there, I was looking for confirmation to short. Couldn't really find any inversions, but then we finally get this very small 2-minute gap. But the main idea behind this was this strong bearish close. We had this nice displacing close down here. We break structure. I'm in this trade. I can't remember if I entered exactly on the close or on this wick back up. My entry was fill was 905. So I think I must have waited for that wick up then. But basically on this trade, we end up flushing down. We take these internal lows out, and I go break even right here. The reason I go break even, my stop was, I think it was around here. So at the peak, we were just over 1-to-1. We had taken out some internal lows, and I'm expecting price to not want to pull back. I want to see it flush lower below these lows. You know what I mean? So from there, I go break even. We get taken out break even. It is what it is. But we end up putting in these little equal lows right here. So I take another re-entry. I think my re-entry was 896. So it was just a few points less than the initial entry. Same idea. So I take the entry. I tighten the stop loss this time up. And I go break even. I let it run. We take these lows out. We take these lows out. I go break even right here. And I'm saying, okay, at this point, I want to see price continue to flush lower and eventually take out these lows down here and tap into that 15-minute gap. And from there, we end up just sweeping these lows up and continuing to the upside. So eventually, unfortunately, didn't catch the rebalance short, but we did get out break even. Again, if I did just hold and TP at these, the bottom of these lows, I would have caught about a 1.5 R trade. But for me, I was looking for a bit of a runner. Down to the 15-minute gap, we had an extended push to the upside. I wanted to see this leg get rebalanced. And then ES also had a target down there. So I had an alert ready just in case ES wanted to come down. But it is what it is. We don't end up getting it, but we get some break evens. Again, I didn't really plan to trade today because it is the Monday and we have no news. We have CPI tomorrow. So I'm fine with taking the break evens. Again, there was that opportunity for this long at 949. And then this was a good short. Again, if I just held and took profit here, but again, I wanted to see price flush lower. That was my idea, and more often than not, this ends up, in my favor when I hold these. It wasn't like a crazy RR. It was like 2.9. So, it is what it is. We walk away with a break even, but I'm happy with how I executed this and how I managed it. And that's it for me, guys. Again, everything in the pinned comment in the description. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.